the best digital scanners, not necessarily police, but the digital scanners for 2020. Technology has changed immensely. For those who want to stay informed on current events, weather, and traffic conditions within a community, a digital police scanner is an essential piece of equipment. Police scanners actually come in both analog and digital varieties, but these days digital modes have largely taken over the market. With the digital police scanner, you can experience crystal clear reception and you will be able to monitor a broad spectrum of channels. This ensures that you will never miss out on any important update. It also means you're less likely to miss out on the chance of helping out in a crisis. Interested in buying a digital scanner, but not sure what to consider? What is a digital police scanner? A police scanner, also known as a radio scanner, is a device which allows you to listen in on conversations between police, which is wrong. You can't listen to police because they're encrypted. In most towns, there are a few towns, but
New
most
Canaan,
towns.
can you listen?
Huh?
New Canaan, you can hear them.
Very few. And they're going to be changing to
Depends on your
P25 too.
scanner.
Huh?
Depends on your scanner.
No, you can't pick up anything that's encrypted.
Some of the scanners can today. So I'm told.
Huh?
So I'm told.
Firefighters and other emergency responders, agencies near your location. You can monitor trunk systems, single channels, as long as they are transmitting in unencrypted P25. As mentioned, there's analog and digital, and most towns are switching over to digital, largely to digital phase 2. Analog transmissions also cannot be scrambled, where digitals can be encrypted. Through digital systems, everyone is assigned an ID, so it is possible for agencies to identify and remotely disable unauthorized radio. That's called bricking a radio. If you have a unaffiliated radio and you transmit, they have a button they press, it sends a signal over the airwaves, and that radio is bricked. There is no way for anybody except Motorola or certain dealers, but the dealer's going to say, well, why was this bricked, when they send that bullet to the radio and that's it. It's also a fine if you get caught with a radio that got bricked and you weren't supposed to have it. There are two basic types of digital scanners, handheld and base mobile. Base mobile is a fixed unit which can be mounted in your car, truck, home, desktop, and the handheld is like our HTs. Yeah, legal, blah, 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 blah. Certain states you're forbidden from listing. New York, I think, it has some restrictions on having a scanner in a vehicle. Stan says yes.
Jersey in particular.
Jersey too?
Oh, they're the big ones. But if it's part of amateur radio, then it's okay. Then it's legal.
And some of the new scanners, or the two of mostly I'm going to talk about here, do pick up amateur radio. Besides fire, ambulance, EMS, Mount Snow, McDonald's order windows, baby monitors, you know, all that fun stuff. No scanner will pick up cell phones. They did years ago, then that got shut down and you had to do a little playing inside, but then they shut that down. What is phase 1 versus phase 2? Everybody's on phase 2 now. Millions of dollars, and I'll get to John's thing in a minute here. Phase 1 was created to address the matter of congested analog channels, whereas 25 kilohertz wide digital phase 1 channels were 1.25 kilohertz wide. To double the number of available channels. And most radios, like the police, which is encrypted, but they also it just searches and picks a channel. For when someone wants to transmit and they hit the PTT, it just, zooms around and finds an empty channel. So 1 minute you could be on channel 1, you're on channel 36. Sort of like our Wi-Fi, where 1 minute you're on one channel and another channel.
Have that built-in cert.
No, that's called roaming.
Roaming, yeah.
But that's for DMR. Speaking of DMR, since John brought it up, some places like Norwalk DPW, Department of Public Works, and I think some of Norwalk Fire, they're on DMR. They got better radios than the cops. They're on DMR. The new Haunted Mall in Norwalk is on DMR. And speaking of DMR, the Stanford repeater and network is, as far as I know, back up to 100%. The city was working on the microwave backbone in the network, and we were having some issues. And through John's testing and
Tom, down in
Florida, we were able to confirm that it's back up and running. Like I said, they don't tell me. They don't. I questioned it. I sent emails out, but we think they're working on it. Okay. Phase 2, Digital Phase 2 was developed once again to double the number of available channels, offering 2 within the same 12.5 kilohertz. Just like DMR, we have color code, or time slot 1, time slot 2. It allows you to have 2 channels on 1 frequency. And they can have, the conversations can take place simultaneously. Why buy a digital phase 2? There are a number of different reasons to buy a digital phase 2. Phase 2 scanners have longer battery life thanks to TDMA technology. That scanner over there on the right side, which is a Bearcat or Udinen SDS 100, it has a radio about big, about that thick. It's not no pen lights or double A's. It's got almost like what the camcorder has. It's got a nice big lithium-ion battery. You can hear all the agencies: NOAA, police, rail, aviation. Digital phase 2 is considered by most to be user-friendly. You need a computer. Digital phase 2 is really the future, and